Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make a bracelet using materials from Potomac Beads Best Bead Box XL. If you didn't get that box, what I'm going to do is just leave individual links for the beads that I'm using here down there below in the description bar. Just click on the links, pick what colors you like, add them to a cart, buy them, and then once they get to you, come back to this video and make this bracelet along with me. This bracelet design is going to be very easy to make. It's great for beginners. And let's go ahead and go over the list of materials now. I am using 6 feet of 8-pound fireline. I'm also using a size 10 beading needle. And I'm using 9 quadbow beads, 5 irisduo beads, 4 czech 2-hole cabochon beads, 24 rounduo beads, 48 superduo beads, 16 4mm PC round beads, and 11 toho seed beads, and a cup button. Now I am using toho seed beads, and I always find that whenever I design a project using one kind of seed bead and it works out, when I try to use a different name brand, it doesn't work. This doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes I find with some designs you can't use different name brands. You have to just use one in order for the weave to work up and the beads to sit properly. So make sure you use a toho seed bead for this project and not Miyuki or Czech, because those are smaller in size. Alright, so this was the list of materials, and like I said, I will leave individual links for all the beads here down there below in the description bar. You can go and pick what colors you like. Alright, let's get started. So for the beginning of this bracelet, we're going to be picking up a lot of beads, just stringing a whole bunch of them up. And to make this easier, I just laid them out here so you could see what I'm doing better, and so I don't have to jump back and forth. And plus, I've only made this bracelet one time, and it was like a week ago because I've been doing so much. I took some pictures of it last night, and I'm referring back to the pictures to make this. I don't have this memorized like I normally do. I normally have everything I make memorized, but for this piece, I don't. So I'm referring back to what I did since it's been some time since I had made this. So to make this, we're going to start with an irisduo bead, okay? And I'm going to go through the bottom hole, like this, and then I'm going to pass my tail through, okay? And then I'm going to go through the top hole, just like that. Pass the needle through. We're going to be picking up the button, and I'm going to measure my tail here because I have to tie a knot. I want a 6-inch tail. Okay, right there's my 6 inches. So I'm going to tie a surgeon's knot over and under, pull it down, the knot will fall there on the side of the bead, and then over and under twice. Okay, there's a completed surgeon's knot. Pull that tight. We are done with the ruler, and then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to pass it through the bead, just like this. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up my seed beads for my button, and I'm going to pick up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seed beads. Double check, okay, and then my button, go through there, okay, and then pick up 3 seed beads, slide those down, slide all of the seed beads and the button down, just like that. I'm going to go back through the button, but through the next hole, okay, and then hold this in place. Pull all the tail through. Okay, then pick up 8 seed beads again. Slide those down and go back through the irisduo, through the top hole there, Alright, and pull this tight. So we have this. Okay, that's what your button should look like. Alright, now I'm coming out the top hole there on my irisduo, the 2-hole bead. So when I go to pick up these beads, I have to pick up going in this direction. I'm going to be picking up not the top hole, because there's 4 holes in the quad bow, but the second hole in the quad bow. Okay, going like that, picking up my beads. So the next bead I'm going to pick up is a superduo, and then a seed bead, a rounduo bead, and then a seed bead. Okay, just like that. Slide those down, and I'm going to go through the top hole in my quad bow, and I might fast forward through some of this because it is repetitive once we get the pattern. Okay, and then pick up a seed bead. There's going to be a seed bead in between all of these beads because we need that for movement, and then I'm going to go through the 2-hole cabochon bead like that, and then a seed bead, and then the quad bow second hole like that. Okay, and then a seed bead, and then a rounduo and a seed bead, and then just one, and then my superduo. Okay, and I'll slide those down. I'll slide all these down so you can see my pattern so far. So just like this. Flip over button. This is what we have. Alright? And then, after the superduo, I'm going to pick up an irisduo, and a superduo, and a seed bead, like that. Okay, and then my rounduo. Slide that down. A seed bead, my quad bow through the second hole in the quad bow. I slide these down again like this. Okay, a seed bead through the top hole in the cabochon bead, a seed bead, second hole in the quad bow, come on. Okay, a seed bead, and then my rounduo, a seed bead, a superduo, the top hole in the irisduo, a seed bead. No, wait. I'll slide these down. Okay. So just like that. And then after this, I'm going to repeat this pattern again. So it's a superduo, and then a seed bead, and then a rounduo, and a seed bead. Alright, and I'm back, and I decided to fast forward that little bit because it was just kind of crazy, and for you to really understand what I was doing, you just need to see really what it looks like right here. This is the pattern you have to follow, and I could zoom in a little bit more, and you just have to string these exact beads just like this in this order, okay? And then once you exit out of this irisduo, then we're ready to add the loop for our button. And this loop that I'm doing is very fancy. I've never done a loop like this before. Usually I just do a CB loop to pass the button through. But this time, since I had one extra quad bow left, I thought I would try and do something fancy for the closure. And so I did. So I'm just going to zoom out just a tad there. And I have to turn this around because I like working with my right hand, and we're going to pick up beads for the closure now. So to do that, I'm going to pick up a superduo, a seed bead, superduo, seed bead, superduo, seed bead, and I pick up 5 of these superduos by the way, and then a superduo, seed bead, there's 4, superduo, 5, and then a seed bead. Okay, so just like this, start with a superduo, pick up 5 of them, and pick up 5 seed beads and end with a seed bead, just like that. Slide these beads down. Okay, pick up the quad bow, and you're gonna go through one of the center 2 holes, and I think, I mean, make sure this is right, I have to lay it like this, because this is the top, because these are domed on top, that's the top. I have to go through, laying it like this, I have to go through this hole, which is actually the 3rd hole in my quad bow. Okay, so slide that bead down, flip it over like that, and then I'm going to pick up 2 11/0 seed beads. Okay, and I'm going to pass through the 2nd hole in the quad bow like that. Okay, so I hold this bead in place and I pull all of my tail through. And grab these seed beads right here, slide this down. You want to make sure this is tight. When I was working on this part here, which I designed this bracelet in like 1 try, so I really am having to refer back to the pictures. I didn't do much work on this, I just did it 1 try, and I thought it was pretty. So okay, so like that. So we have, this will be flipped up, because that's, no, this will be flipped this way. My beads got flipped on me. It's going to be just like this. Okay, and this string will go back through here, but in order to go back through there, we have to mirror. So all of the beads we have right now, we're going to be picking up again, except for the 2-hole beads that are already in place that we have to go through a 2nd time. So we will be going through the irisduo, the quad, and this bead here a 2nd time. Alright, so pick up a seed bead, superduo, seed bead, superduo. So I'll pick up these, seed bead, superduo, seed bead, superduo, and there's 4, I need 5, seed bead, superduo, and there we go. Okay, slide these down. Okay, so just mirroring the other side of the bracelet, I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to pass through this irisduo. And I'm just going to leave the bracelet laying down as I do this, because once I pick it up a lot, it gets very loose on me. But I do need to make sure that I pull it tight right now. I can adjust it some later, but as much as I can, I like to keep it tight. Okay, and then once I come out of the irisduo, I'm going to mirror this part right here. I'm going to pick up a superduo, a seed bead, a rounduo, and a seed bead. And I'm going to go through the 2nd hole in the quad bow. Okay, and I'm just going to pull this through a few inches, because all I have to do in this part is pick up 1 seed bead to save time and go through this 2-hole cabochon bead. Okay, and then I hold this down and I pull all of my thread through. Okay, this is going to make a lot more sense once we get both sides stitched up. So sometimes when you first start like looking at a project like this, it could look intimidating for beginners, but if you watch it more than once, it's going to make more sense to you. Trust me, because I've experienced it myself. I've seen things like, oh, that's too hard, but the more I watch it, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. I could do this. Okay, then coming out of the 2-hole cab, I'm going to pick up a seed bead and then go through the 2nd hole in the quad bow. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and pull all this through because I want to make sure that I have some good tension on this bracelet. I don't need this to get loose on me. Make sure you pull it tight. And then coming out of here, I have to flip this here up like that. Okay, this is going to be flipped that way. Now I'm going to pick up a seed bead, a rounduo, a seed bead, and a superduo, like that, and go through the irisduo. Okay, so we're just going to be mirroring the other side, and I might fast forward through this, I don't know, because we're just copying the other side. Okay, so then other side has a superduo, a seed bead, and then a rounduo, and a seed bead. Okay, and I'm going to pass through the 2nd hole here in the quad, and like I did earlier, I'm going to pull out a couple inches, pick up a seed bead, and then go through the 2-hole cab and pull all of this through. So I have this. Okay, and I'm just going to keep going. Alright, so I'm now here, and all I did was just copied the other side. I'm at the irisduo. I just picked up these beads, like that, okay? And I have to pass through the irisduo, and I'm also going to pass back through the seed beads, which this is getting me to my next area, and it's also reinforcing the closure here. So through the seed bead, the button, all 8 seed beads, and out that top seed bead. And we gotta do some wiggling to get through. There we go. Okay. I am getting caught on everything today, which I don't normally do, but today is just one of those days. Okay. So I want to make sure this is tight as possible, because once I turn around here and I start going back through here, if this is loose, I'm going to have to go through back to this side, tighten it up with my fingers, and it's going to be a pain. I might have to undo it to get it as tight as possible. So right now is my last chance. So what I'm going to do is come over here to this side, grab these 2 seed beads, tug on them, which will tighten this side from my knot to this end, okay? And that's pretty darn tight. And then go back here and pull this tight. And I think we are good to go. So now I'm going to continue turning around. Okay, so taking the needle, I'm going to pick the bracelet up now. I'm going to go through the center button, or center seed bead. Not button. I told you it's one of those days. Pull it tight, and then go down this seed bead, through the button, and out these seed beads right here. Okay, and let's lay it down and see. It looks great. So this is what you should now have. Alright, so I'm now up here Xing out of these seed beads in my button clasp. Now what I'm going to do is pick up 2 seed beads. Okay, and I'm going to pick the bracelet up now. Coming out of here, I'm going to go through this superduo. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads again and go through the rounduo. So it looks like this. And then coming out of the rounduo, I'm going to pick up a superduo and go through the quadbow. Quadbow, not bowl. Alright, so I just put that in there. And then I'm going to pick up a seed bead, a rounduo, and a seed bead, and go through the quadbow. Okay, and then I'm going to be repeating this area here. So I'm going to pick up a superduo because I'm coming out of the quadbow. And then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads and through the superduo, pick up a superduo, go through this superduo, and then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, go through this rounduo, okay, and then pick up a superduo. And I'm going to try and lay this down because I feel like you can't really see what I'm doing well, so you can see what I've done. Okay, this is what I have so far. I'm going to try to do this while it's laying down. Okay, so I'm just going to be repeating this pattern. So in between the quad bow, I do a seed bead and a rounduo. Okay, I'm going to repeat this now. And I think I should fast forward because I have a screaming goat in the background and I know that's annoying. So I will speed this up. Alright, we are now here at the closure. So I have to put a superduo in here, like I normally do, coming out of the quad bow. Okay, and then coming out of the rounduo, I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, which I still normally do in this repeating pattern. Okay, and then go through this superduo. Okay, just like that, and I'm going to pull this tight, and so far the tension on my bracelet looks pretty darn good. So now I'm going to pick it up, and what I'm going to do is just put 1 seed bead in between all of the superduo beads. Okay, so this is going to make our superduos lay right, because right now they're all floppy. So pick up a seed bead through a superduo, okay, another seed bead through a superduo, pull it tight as you go, another seed bead through a duo, seed bead, 2, seed bead, oops, through a superduo, alright, this is what I have so far. Okay, and I'm just going to take the needle and go right through the quad bow, because it just doesn't make sense to put a seed bead there because these two beads are already touching each other. There's no space. So like that. And then coming out of the quad bow, I have to pick up 2 seed beads and go through these 2. Like that. Okay, make sure you pull this tight. And then going to this side, I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. Going down through the quad bow and through the first superduo. We're just going to mirror the other side now. Pull it tight. You should have this. So now I'm just going to fill in all the seed beads on this side. Okay. So again, seed bead to the duo. Seed bead. Duo, seed bead through the duo, seed bead, duo, seed bead through here. And we're just going to be mirroring the other side, still continuing. So what I did on this side, I'm now going to do to this side. So I'm just going to copy the other side. So I could see coming out of here, okay, I have to pick up 2 seed beads. And then what's after that? On the other side, I have a superduo through the quad bow. Pull it tight. That's what I have. And then right here, it's a seed bead, a rounduo, and a seed bead through here. Okay. And then I might have it too tight actually, so I just relaxed it there by tugging on it. And then a superduo through the rounduo, and then 2 seed beads, 2 not 3, and then through this superduo, and I'm just going to lay it down like this. Okay, and right here is where I'm at, and I'm just gonna continue on repeating this like I did on the other side, and when I get to the end I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm now over here, so I'm just going to pick the bracelet up, pick up a superduo through the rounduo, still copying the other side of the bracelet, hold tight, 2 seed beads through the superduo, and then 2 seed beads. Okay, just like we did over here, we're going to skip the irisduo and go up these 11 O's. I think this is our 3rd time through these beads. So later on we don't have to reinforce these at the end because we are reinforcing the closure as we are working on this. So I just need to make sure that after I come out of that button there, that I come up through that seed bead, because there's no way I can get back through that seed bead if I don't do it now. Okay, through there, pull that snug. Let's see, it looks really good so far. Okay, so that's what your bracelet should look like. And then go through this seed bead, the middle, go through that one all by its lonesome. Okay, and then down through this seed bead, the button, and through all of these seed beads, like that. Pull all your tail through, go through these 2 seed beads, the superduo and the next 2 seed beads. Okay, and then pull your thread through, pull snug, and let's see, this is what we have so far. I'm going to pick the piece up again, and coming out of these 2 seed beads, I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, go through this superduo, oops, okay, pick up a seed bead, and then my PC round, which PC stands for Potomac crystal, in case you didn't know, like that, and then through this rounduo. Okay, and then a seed bead and a PC round and a seed bead, and then through this superduo. Okay, and then I have to pick up 2 seed beads, go through these 2 seed beads, two again, through this superduo, somehow my needle's sliding. Okay, 2 seed beads again, and I feel like I just can't quit fidgeting with this bracelet. It's flopping all over the place. Right here I am. I'm going to go through these 2. And basically, we're just filling in the gaps on the side. We're making this look more finished, because I feel like if we leave it just like that, it's not finished. It's missing stuff. So we are just filling in the spaces. 2 seed beads again. Okay. And you will be putting the 4mm beads directly above the quadbow. Okay, and then everywhere else will have 2 seed beads. So again, we're directly above the quadbow. So a seed bead, a 4mm, and a seed bead through the rounduo. That's what it's called. And then a seed bead, round, seed bead through here, and then after this I do 2 seed beads through these 2 seed beads. Don't get caught. My thread wants to get caught. 2 seed beads again through these, or this superduo. Okay, 2 seed beads again through these 2 seed beads. It's all about the number 2. Okay, coming out here, 2 seed beads again through this superduo, and we are directly on top of a quadbow again, so that means seed bead, 4mm and a seed bead through the rounduo. Again, we are out of quad bow, so I'm going to pick up seed bead, round bead, seed bead. Alright, so I just keep going, repeating this. And I'm going to fast forward. Now here I am. I'm going to add my 2 seed beads again. Go through these 2. Okay, and I'm going to go back through all of these beads here on the outside, and then we are going to repeat this part here again, the outer edge over here, so that they mirror each other. So passing through these beads right here, it's kind of hard to get through all of them at the same time because the holes aren't really lined up. And then just keep going through here. Okay, through the superduo, the quad bow. So back through all of these seed beads here on the top. Through these 3. Turning around. Down through the quad bow, the superduo. So we are reinforcing the loop right now. And then back through all these beads. As many as you can in one shot. That's the goal. Through the superduo, seed bead, superduo, seed bead. I'm just trying to get back to that open area. It's a little tight. I'll go through 2. Then through these 2. Okay. Through these 2. Give it a pull. And there we go. Okay, so now I just have to copy what we did on this side to this side now. And I found it extremely hard to lay this bracelet down and stitch the outside up, I guess, because, I don't know, I was going through such tiny beads or something, I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to hold it, and I'm just going to copy the other side. 2 seed beads, a seed bead around, and a seed bead, and then through the rounduo. Good lord. I told you guys, it's one of those days. A seed bead, round seed bead through there. Okay, 2 seed beads through the superduo, these 2. Don't listen to me. You know, what's that saying? Do as I say, not as I do. With me, it's do as I do, not as I say, because I can't talk. 2 seed beads. But you know, I think it's a YouTuber problem. Seems like most YouTubers struggle talking. Or maybe it's just that we are aware of how bad our speech is because we are recording our voice. Maybe it's that. I don't know. 2 seed beads through there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going, copying the other side, and I will be back. Okay, I'm at the end here, and I have just 2 seed beads left for this gap. I had lost one. Don't know where the other one went. You may have noticed in the fast forwarding there was one missing. And then I passed through those 2, picked up 2, passed through those 2, right? And then I'm going to go through this superduo. And then through these 2. And we are just going to, come on, we're going to sew up through these seed beads now. We're going to reinforce this as our last time going through here. I don't know what number we're on, what pass this is. I think it's pass 3. Okay, so through the button, through that top seed bead. This seed bead, turn, and then go through the seed bead, the button, and all of these seed beads. Okay, and then take the needle, go through these 2 seed beads, through this superduo, through these. I'm trying to get to the 4mm. That's my goal. Through these seed bead, superduo seed bead. Okay, through this seed bead. And then right here. So right here is where I'm going to tie my knots, right in front of the 4mm bead. Make a loop, pass through it twice. Slide the knot down, go through the bead, go through the seed bead. Okay. Then you're going to want to tie another knot in front of the rounduo bead, pass through the seed bead, tie another knot there, and I just go through here reinforcing, tying knots, and I try to go down this whole side here of the bracelet, and if I have extra tail, I'll even come around to this side and try and reinforce this side, because these blue beads are sharp, so if I can get 2 thread passes through here, then that would be good. It would make it more durable. And then once I'm done with that side, I have to put a needle on to this thread. Okay, and I have tail over here, so what I'm going to do is pass up through this iris bead. If you want, you could go through the seed bead, the button, then back down here, but if it's too tight, just go up through the iris bead, loop back down through this side. Here of the iris, go through the seed bead, through this rounduo bead right here, and try and get up into this side. I think I would go down the superduo seed bead and then jump up. I know there's no thread path here, but I think it might be okay. Or can we go, I'm trying to figure this out. You might be able to go straight through here, then go to the superduo, go this way, and then come out up in here, but you just want to get into this outer edge here and try to fill the holes again of the blue beads, because they do have sharp holes, and that's it. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and remember, I will have links to all of the beads that I used to make this bracelet down there below in the description bar. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.